In this section, we're going to talk about yoga and motherhood and how the two are related. Yoga is the process of self-development, and I see motherhood as the same. When a pregnant woman uses 9 months to prepare herself for giving birth and then overcomes the moment of labor to then later transform her life or change her life, becoming used to living with a small baby, then going back to work and juggling all these roles in her life. I think this is a process of self-development. So for me, mothers are yogis without knowing it. And so let me explain why. For this, I use the definitions of these of T.K.V. Desikachar, who wrote the book The Heart of Yoga, and in there he explains first that yoga is a movement from one point to another which is higher, and second he says that yoga is the action of undivided and uninterrupted attention to an object. So if we look at motherhood and define motherhood by using the same definitions, then, well, I think it's possible. So when we have babies, I think we move from one point to another higher because our hearts open up and we suddenly are sensitive to things that we didn't see before. We see the world differently, and we are also super focused on the baby that we have had, and that's undivided attention. So what I think is important to see is that the process of becoming a mother is like a fast track to this self-development that experts talk about in the philosophy of yoga. Having a baby accelerates that process. Nishala Joy Devi is an author and a yoga teacher. She wrote a book called The Secret Power of Yoga, a woman's guide to the heart and spirit of the Yoga Sutras. In this book, she says that mothers have a heart-centered approach to life. Mothers are our first gurus, and that approach to life requires them to perfectionate the way they live. So Desikachar also says that the best context in which we can test if we are transforming ourselves or doing this self-development process is in our relationships. And so when we have a baby, this very close relationship tests all the time who we are and if we are in that process that we are talking about.